Welcome to the channel. Shocking photo of the world.
Two sisters arrested for moonshining during Prohibition in the United States, 1921. The Traveling Tinsmith, Brooklyn, 1936, by Bernice Abbott. Special effects of silent films. Smoke effect on the set of the film October. Sergei Eisenstein and Grigory Alexandrov, 1927. One of the last indigenous people of Tasmania. Exterminated by British settlers, 1869. A beggar runs after a carriage in which the English King George V's sitting, Great Britain, 1920. A librarian at the National Library of Calcutta divides books between the two countries after the partition of India and Pakistan, 1947. Testing bulletproof glass, New York, 1931. Hollywood star Shepard Rin Tin Tin dines in his room at the Sheraton Hotel, Chicago, 1956. Motorhead's Rugged Lemmy and his penchant for wearing short shorts, 1990s. Winston Churchill talking on a portable radio, Fort Jackson, 1942. In his hand is the world's first portable radio, the Galvin 536 Seychelles rupees, Galvin manufacturing future Motorola Inc. Salma Hayek with dancers on the set of the legendary film From Dusk Till Dawn. Military trick of the German General Leto Vorbeck. The youngest soldier is the last in line to jump on the elephant's foot, trampling down the tracks. German East Africa, World War I. Martin Luther King is arrested for suing over service at a white restaurant, 1964. Japanese girl wearing platform sandals, height 51 centimeters, from Tokyo Shoe Company, 1973. A man's nose is measured to determine whether he was Jewish. Hitler believed that Jews had larger noses than Aryans. These mechanical arms were built to handle radioactive materials, but this scientist shows they're so delicate they could change a baby's nappy. It is said that during a meeting with Marilyn Monroe, the American film coquettishly remarked, "They call me the American Lola Brigida," to which Gina replied, "And they call me the Italian Marilyn Monroe." Young girls hitchhiking during the hippie era, USA, California, 1971. Rare photo of a traffic accident that happened in the Netherlands more than 100 years ago. The photo was taken in 1914. Mel Gibson and Sigourney Weaver in 1983. The main characters on the set of the Australian film, directed by Peter Weir, Bonnie and Clyde. This photo was found by police during a police raid on one of the legendary criminals' hideouts, Sausage Tree at the International Food Exhibition in Berlin, 1976. The deadliest day in motor racing history. Pierre Leveg's Mercedes crashed during the 24 hours of Le Mans on June 11, 1955, killing the driver and 82 spectators. Stuntman Jackie Paul performs a nail stunt as the wheel of a 2.5-ton car is lowered onto him. September 26, 1968. A slave in an escape prevention device. The collar prevented the slave from squeezing through narrow openings, such as a window. Pope John Paul II talks to the Turkish terrorist who shot him. Mehmet Ali Agca, 1983. Elspeth Beard was the first English woman to circumnavigate the globe on a motorcycle. Pictured with her BMW 66, 1980s. 17-year-old Bianca Passage from Hamburg dances on wine bottles in a cat costume, 1958. The FA Cup final between Cardiff City and Arsenal. Police officers climb over fans to get to their posts, April 23, 1927. A doctor assists overexcited female fans during a Beatles concert, USA, 1964. In 2005, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie made cinematic history with their performances in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a film that combined action, romance, and intrigue, forever cementing their status as one of Hollywood's most iconic couples. Swimming lessons, 1920s. Nowadays, this would be a criminal offense, but back then, they took demonstrative photographs of it. In the mid-1990s, BJ Arkaga Munsteer, the eccentric Icelandic singer and multi-instrumentalist, took the music and fashion world by storm with her unrivaled style and innovative approach to music videos. Two Lumberjacks and the Large Tree, USA, 1915. This is a sequoia, the largest tree on Earth. New York City Police Captain Albert Seidman helps a photographer capture the face of a murder suspect. 1962. Françoise Hardy, one of the most iconic figures in French music and fashion of the 1960s, rose to international fame in the early 1960s. Known for her ethereal beauty and unique voice, Hardy became a symbol of the French wah-wah movement, a genre of pop music that mixed catchy rhythms with an intellectual and somewhat melancholic tone. Adolf Hitler's residence in the Berchtesgaden Valley in the Bavarian Alps, 1949. The size of the window and the view are impressive. In 1955, President John F. Kennedy and his wife Jacqueline were photographed in Palm Beach, Florida, capturing a rare moment of calm amid the future president's personal trials. A pacifist under a guard near the Pentagon. In 1967, the world-famous photo was taken in October 1967 during a demonstration against the Vietnam War. On October 10, 1978, French actress Isabelle Adjani and photographer Françoise Hardy attended a Bette Midler concert in Paris, where they were photographed by Marc Fontenelle. In 1969, the world witnessed a stunning display of fashion and personal expression in the iconic duo of Bianca Jagger and Brigitte Bardot, captured in a photograph by Jean-Claude Deutsch. The image of the two women standing side by side in Paris has since become an enduring symbol of 1960s glamour and confidence. African king riding a subject and holding an umbrella. German East Africa, 1913. Joseph Goebbels at the League of Nations Conference in Geneva, 1933. In the picture, he recognized that the photographer standing in front of him, Alfred Eisenstadt, was Jewish. This moment is captured in the photograph, and suddenly he looked at me with hatred. The photographer recalls. Tennis players taking a smoke break, 1930s. Smoking and any kind of sport are incompatible, but there used to be other views on this bad habit. A Filipino girl and her family at the Human Zoo in Coney Island, New York, 1906. Human zoos first appeared in France. For example, the famous Jardin d'Acclimatisation, which operated from 1877 to 1912, where rare species of animals and, later, people were exhibited, mainly from South America and Eastern countries. 1940. Jess Dixon's flying car, air-cooled engine of 40 horsepower, speed up to 160 km/h, could fly up, forward and backward. A policeman rescues a stray dog stuck in an iron fence, USA, New York, January 27, 1958. Denver State Trooper Joe Hale poses with the winners of a pie-eating contest, May 13, 1954. Ethel Barrymore was a famous American actress who rejected Winston Churchill's marriage proposal. Drew Barrymore's great-aunt. On November 14, 1910, aviator Eugene Burton makes the first takeoff from the makeshift deck of the aircraft carrier Birmingham Curtiss biplane. Hampton Roads, Virginia, 1910. In 1910, the capital suffered from flooding. Parisians moved around by boat. On January 28, the water level reached 8.6 meters and returned to its previous level for 35 days. In October 1943, Otla Kafka, the beloved sister of writer Franz Kafka, volunteered to accompany orphans from the Terezin ghetto to the Auschwitz concentration camp so that they would not be afraid. She was gassed immediately upon arrival. Sabina Chibichi, the Kenyan athlete who won the 1973 barefoot and dress race. Indigenous Tasmanian Fanny Cochran-Smith, singing into a phonograph in 1903. Without her efforts, we would have no oral heritage of the Tasmanian language. In 1949, inventor Ego Seeger from Vienna presented a device for railway travelers to sleep on. A Brazilian Navy submariner, armed with an FN-49 rifle, protects his colleagues from sharks. January 1985.